Hello everyone and welcome to a Pauper Familiars video. Here is round 2 of Club de Luta, in which we are up against Matt Szigit, and I believe they are on Bogles. We're going to hope for a slow hand from them because this is pretty much perfect from our side as long as we can not die on turn 4. So let's see how it goes. They're leading with a Glade Cover Scout. Maybe scary, maybe just simple. Okay, we'll go Mystic Sanctuary. This allows us to fetch a blue, play Chancery, and then on my next turn I can Sunscape, and then maybe hold up maybe just Sunscape Ponder. We'll see what happens. Rancor's not great, but not terrible. And they don't have a land drop, so we're in a good spot. I'll go ahead and fetch an island, and definitely just play out my Chancery, picking up the Sanctuary. Bending the Deep Analysis is probably fine. It's not great to have to lose some life to bring it back. Oh man, this is great. So they played a Rancor, which puts their guy to 5-1. I think I'm just going to play out my Seagate Oracle here. That lets me block. Oh man, we don't want a Deep Analysis, we kind of just need more lands. I wonder if they're going to have another enchantment. Because right now, if they attack, I'm going to definitely block. On their turn, if they have another creature, they can play it and then Rancor it back up. We're in a spot where we really need to draw a Prismatic Strands. So let's see what the opponent does. Alright, they're swinging in. Snap block. Let's see. So they're going to deal me 2 damage, and then I'm expecting they'll just play a Bogle and a Rancor. Alright, opponent. No problems. I'm wondering if they... Okay, so they do have a Bogle. Bogle coming in. Rancor coming in. I can kind of negate their next turn. So I'm playing a tap line anyway here. So I'm just going to go ahead and fetch an island. And then play a Sunscape. And pass. I'll probably just Echoing Truth the Rancor, and then I can block, force them to use their mana again. If they haven't, so if they have one of those Ancestral Masks, they still need to draw mana in order to play it. It feels like they had Rancor, and then some 3-drops, and maybe they're sitting around with an Ethereal Armor in their hand. So it would be really nice if I could draw into a Prohibit, kind of get rid of everything. Another good draw probably would be Prismatic Strands. So maybe on my turn, I'll just go for the Ponder, see what I see. Okay, Glade Cover Scout's coming in. I wonder if they're going to try to spread out the enchantments. That's what I would do, I think. Okay, no. They want to get in for as much damage as possible. And I'm going to force them to use their mana next turn just to play the Rancors again and block. We're 2 turns away from comboing off if I can draw a Mold Drifter and a Flicker. Let's see. Okay, Faithful's good. We'll lead off with that. The rest of it's not great. Um, we can deep analysis. I can actually snap my faithful. Bummer, I want the deep analysis, but I don't want it. So let's go. I'm playing a tap line anyway, so no big deal. Island. Deep analysis. Go back up to 9. Dang it. Okay, that's pretty bad. Now we just have to wait. Hope we don't die this turn. Really, really should have drawn the deep analysis. I regret all these decisions. Because, I mean, we just drew 2 lands. We're in a bad spot. People on Discord are asking me how did he keep a land with no white source, and I'm just saying it's about the same as me keeping a hand with no draw spells. 2 familiars. And no more draw spells. Okay, this is good. Now I can just don't have to worry about anything this turn. Wait, oh no. Okay, so I almost passed my turn, but I really need to fetch and thin. Okay. Come on. Yay. Oh, this is good. We'll get the Echoing Truth back. And then play a familiar. Evoke this guy. Snap him. And then we're going to cast. Hopefully draw something good. Okay, we draw Muldrifter Prohibit. Okay, I feel good. On my turn, I can play another Muldrifter. Plays a Rancor. I can Echoing Truth it again to kill this guy. I'm definitely going to hold up the Prohibit for either an Ancestral Mask or something like a Utopia Sprawl for a different color of mana. Let's see what's going to happen. Okay, so that's very good for me. They're still able to play Rancor, but I have a straight block. That's fine. It's fine because we can take 3 damage. We're going to be gaining at least 2 life next turn. If they play another Rancor, I'm just going to bounce it. Yeah, I'm not even going to block. Okay, it seems like they thought maybe I would block, but I'm just gonna go ahead and get my Prohibit back. And then cast a Muldrifter. Okay, we've got a Prohibit. I can actually play the Sunscape Familiar and then Deep Analysis. Okay, we're very close to winning. Should I send? Yeah, I'm sending. So now that we have 3 familiars, we can Prohibit with Kicker. So really I'm just worried about Ancestral Mask or any sort of colored mana. Yep, that's the mana. Here comes the Ancestral Mask. Almost guaranteed. We're in Utopia. We'll just keep them off color still. I wonder what I should do. So right now I have Echoing Truth. I can bounce 2 Mole Drifters and then replay them for 4 mana. Or I can just block and then cause him to have to replay those, which is probably useful. That's what he thinks I'm going to do, so I'm not going to tell him any otherwise. Just gaining some life, drawing some cards. And then we got him. Normally, we would just like, opponent would maybe concede, but they didn't want to. So what we're gonna do is get back our Prohibit. Deep Analysis here, draw that. So now I have it in hand. Just kind of play out, draw some more cards. I think I only have the 1 Prohibit, so basically I want to try to get into my second Prohibit or Ghostly Flicker. Once I have a second Ghostly Flicker, I just have everything. Alright, Mole Drifter's fine. Draw some more cards. See, basically I'm giving myself the option to mill them out if I want to. But it'll take a while, and just gonna do actions until I decide I don't want to anymore. We have Prohibit, Echoing Truth. I mean, sure, just, I don't care. And since they didn't concede, it's going to be faster for me to just attack them. Oops, crap. Whoops. So my computer's kind of lagging. And I don't really feel like comboing too hard, so I'll just let them play a little bit. They didn't really get to do anything. Here, sure. So they're gonna do, what do I want to do? I'll just Prohibit, sure. Whatever. It doesn't matter. I'm basically trying to not play a bunch of triggers because it gives me a lot of lag. So if I can keep, there we go. Unfortunately for the opponent, and I'm lagging a bit because of recording. So let's see. We're gonna bring in the strands and take out a Satyr Denizen, bring in Nature's Chant and some negates. Snaps are not super useful. Deep Analysis, we can take some out. So here we have our life gain, cantripping, some draw cards, try to deal with their stuff, and then hopefully we just draw Prismatic Strands and then get them. Alright, let's wait for the sideboarding to complete. So far, so good, I guess. Winning game one against Bogles is good because generally when they're on the play, it's a big problem. They didn't have that much going on that game. They were kind of waiting on drawing a way to make white mana. Alright, let's see how it goes. This is bad, but we need to keep lands and draw spells. I think I'm going to bottom this Faithful, just because if I can get into this Muldrifter, it'll be good. Okay, so get the Evolving Wilds, get my Familiar online. That's our first plan. Hopefully they don't have any way to kill me. Maybe I will leave open a negate. Yeah, that's probably a good idea. Alright. I'm happy to take you off of colored mana and cantrips. So next turn I think I'm going to lead with the Preordain. See what I see. If I got nothing, then I'm going to play my Familiar. Okay, I definitely want to play my Familiar, but this helps to see. Definitely don't want to land. So they have 2 mana. They could play the fight card and kill my Familiar. But next turn, that might be what they're doing. Yep. Dang it. That's okay, because we can go Sunscape, Seagate. It's best to keep them off of Ethereal Armor regardless. I don't think they might have 2 of those post board, but the likelihood of they bringing 2 in is probably not high. If I get a Strands, I'm taking that. Okay. Because now I can Ponder and Strands, and then my next turn Muldrifter. Being at 11 is scary. I'm still not going to block with my Seagate right now. Yeah, for sure, no. I think they might. They do have Essence Harvest in their list. So, yeah, we'll block. Keep our life total high. Because once they get. If this gets to the point where it's easy to build up their dude, it's going to be a problem. Alright. This is when I would have really liked to have the Prismatic Strands in response to the Warbriar Blessing. That would have been great. Because that's a do-nothing card otherwise. I mean, it gives it some toughness boost, but that doesn't really matter that much against my deck. Let's see what they do. I mean, there's basically only one thing I'm going to do here is play Strands. Yep. Dang. Okay, so it's a 7/7. We're at 11. I've got another land coming and a Muldrifter, so I can go Muldrifter and play my land. Strands on green. I don't think they can play an enchantment that'll be big enough to kill me and Essence Harvest me this next turn. Good. So we're playing our Oracle. I would like another Strands or Flicker. Snap is fine. Okay. Now, the way that we win this game is by attacking them and slowly beating them down. Hopefully, we can just draw into our Mystic Sanctuary here. Oh man, or a negate. A negate would be good. Okay, that's bad. So now it's an 8/8. White. They choose white, but that makes sense because Urban Utopia can choose anything. No, that makes sense to put the Sprawl on the other land. This is just an Ancestral Abundant Growth, right? Yep. Okay. Did it do? Okay, come on. Let's do it. So now next turn it's going to cost me 1 mana to evoke my Muldrifter. First land I'm going to tap is this mountain that's not doing anything for me. Okay, that's good. I'll probably want to hold that up. Okay, so they're F6'd. I think that was good. That was like perfect. Wow, okay. So now I can Nature's Chant this, potentially prohibit something, and then block and flicker. I'll just flicker these two guys. Well, it depends if they play something pre-combat or not. Oh, and then both of these have... No, this doesn't give trample, does it? This one gives it trample. So I can chant the Ethereal Armor. Probably should just do that and then block. Sure. I will chant the Rancor, block, and flicker. I don't think my opponent has any extra lands in their hand. That's just how I feel. So I'm not going, but I probably should leave up Prohibit. So I think I'm going to have to do that. Because prohibiting that, the Rancor on the way down is going to be clutch. Okay, we got a negate. That's really good. Now we can kind of chump for a while. Another prohibit. So I will cast a Drifter. See if I can't draw into a sanctuary. And we cannot. Darn. Let's get lands out of our deck. I probably should have... Well, I was trying not to tap the plains. We have 28 cards. They have 44 cards. Let's see. That's a nope from me, dog. So they could have Dispel, which I will negate. Because, no, I'm going to prohibit it. Because Essence Harvest costs 3 mana, so I can't prohibit that as easy. Goodbye, Mole Drifter. You had a good run. I would like a Flicker back. Yes! Okay. Kind of all set now. Arg. Sweet. Okay, now we're definitely all set. So now we can go Mystic Sanctuary, get back Nature's Chant, and start blowing up their stuff. Even if they play an enchantment, I'm gonna negate it. For sure. I'm not negating that. That's fine. Because what I want to do is block and then flicker so I don't take any damage. And then just keep beating down with Mole Drifters. I'm expecting... okay. If I didn't do the first one, I'm not going to do this one. Sorry. Kind of bumped the microphone there. Let's see if they get in. Okay. So we take no damage because they don't have trample. Just mash the key. And then their end step, now we could do it again. And one more time. Okay, so Sanctuary, get back Prohibit, play Faithful, attack, Preordain, see if we can get a Familiar. Don't care about that right now. Alright, we'll just pass the turn, discarding strands, discarding ash barrens, discarding island, because we might want the chancery again. So we have a lot of options here. We can negate pretty much anything and then flicker these two sanctuaries and get back negate and then flicker to negate another thing. So the game is essentially over, I think. They're going to play a spell. We're going to negate it. They have one more mana available, and they already played a land this turn. So it's possible that they'll go for a Dispel on my Muldrifter. Now we can get our familiar back. Okay, so the game is over. So we go Mire, get back familiar. Yes. Get back flicker, play familiar. Get back negate. Get back to flicker. Get back negate. So now I've put two negates on top, and then I can draw it. We'll draw the flicker again, and then we'll draw the negate. Then we'll go ahead and draw the other negate. So now I have three answers. Flicker, get back to prohibit. Oh. Good game. Alright, thanks for watching everybody. Have a great one.